As you will see, culture can be very clearly described by the values and behaviours we observe, which is why we are starting with this survey to discover what's working well and what might be holding us back. Early in our work, this statement emerged in a meeting. You are never not contributing to shaping the culture. So what does this mean? In every moment, our thoughts, words, and actions have an impact on us and those around us, either positively or negatively. If I think, say, or do something kind, then the organisation just became a little more caring and loving. If I think, say, or do something unkind, then the organisation just became a little less caring and a bit more toxic. Every thought, word, and action is either life-affirming or life-depleting. Gandhi's words ring so true here. Be the change you want to see in the world. If I want a caring, trusting, respectful organisation, then I need to be those things in my thoughts, words, and actions. But let me just say that none of us are perfect and we won't get it right every time. But this stuff matters and we can make a big difference each day through our thoughtful words and kind actions. The values survey that you took is based on a powerful model from Richard Barrett. This is being used all around the world to transform culture and to enhance the ability of organizations to thrive and make a positive difference in the world. Using a model like this is like looking at the world through a new pair of glasses, and we want to introduce this to you now. The Barrett 7 levels model looks at different stages of needs. The bottom 3 levels, viability, relationships, and performance, are the foundational levels that we must gradually learn to master as individuals and organizations to get our basic needs met. For example, having enough resources to survive, creating close, respectful, and loving relationships, and gaining the self-confidence and skills to perform. If we don't feel our basic needs are being met, this can create fear, stress, and anxiety, which can show in our individual behavior or collective culture. The middle level is called evolution, where we have the courage to challenge the status quo in ourselves, each other, and our organization to continually evolve. The upper levels, alignment, collaboration, and contribution, are focused on finding our true selves and our purpose. It's also about collaborating with others who share similar intentions and living a life of service to make a positive contribution. The values you selected in the survey are aligned with the 7 levels. For example, respect is a relationship value at level 2, and trust is a vitally important alignment level at level 5. We have provided some additional sheets that you can refer to as you work through your results. Your individual results are combined with those of your colleagues to create a whole organizational picture like this. This is one example, and it reveals some very important information and insights. The collective personal values that are important to employees in their lives, how the employees perceive and experience their culture today, what is working well and what's getting in the way, and what employees believe is needed to create a healthy culture and successful outcomes. Each value on this page is a key to unlocking powerful dialogue to create the future we want to experience. We will spend more time looking at these collective pictures later, but for now, let's jump into the individual results. You have received your own individual values assessment results. Let's take a look at how to understand and work with these 2 pages. In this chart, you will see the values that are important to you in your life today, how you perceive the culture today, what's working well, and what's getting in your way, and what you see is needed for us to work together more optimally. So this is very much like the organizational picture, but this is your own personal view that gives you an opportunity to understand more about your own values, experience, priorities, and needs. So let's dig a little deeper into what this picture reveals. Firstly, the words are in alphabetical order. Each of the words is associated with a dot on the 7 levels chart. Here you can see that the word adaptability is a level 4 evolution value. Where there is a collection of dots at a level, this suggests that you have an energy focus at that area. In this case, the person may be in the process of personal change with the dots at level 4 and wanting to make a greater difference in the world with the dots at level 6. Some of the levels may be empty, in this case levels 1 and 7. This could be for one of three reasons. The first is that this level's already taken care of, or it's a blind spot and I'm unaware of my needs in this space, or it's a next area for development that I've not stepped into yet. It's important to say that higher is not better in this model. We all have times in our lives when the focus shifts up or down depending on our life stages and what's happening around us. Since the values are in alphabetical order, we can't say that the values at the top are more or less important than any of the other words in the list. It's important to ask yourself, which are my most important values? You will see that achievement, adaptability, and making a difference have a very different feeling to caring, family, and inclusiveness. The combination of these words helps you express what's most important to you in your life. The next question to ask is, how do these values show up in my behavior? How do they appear in my thoughts, words, and actions? For example, someone who values fairness will ensure that people are treated equally, and they could also become very frustrated or angry when they experience unfair situations for themselves or others. For the second column, you were asked to select the values and behaviors that most reflect your experience of working in the organization. In this example, you will see some blue dots which represent positive values and red dots that might be a reflection of difficulties or frustrations in the current culture. Once again, the list is in alphabetical order, and for your own process, it's good to identify the 2 or 3 most prominent values that impact your day-to-day experience. You can ask yourself, how do these values show up in my daily work? Finally, on this page, we will look at the 10 values and behaviors that you desire for your organization to achieve its highest potential. We often find that this list combines a sense of your own needs and what you believe is necessary for the wider organization. What are your top 3 priorities in this list, and why do you want to see more of these? The next page looks at the same values through another lens. Now we can explore a more organizational view based on process, people, and purpose. It allows us to compare the focus between what we experience now and what we want to experience in the future. In this case, you can see the current focus on customer satisfaction, excellence, financial stability under finance and effectiveness are shifting in favor of agility, customer collaboration, and innovation. We can also see another set of priority values emerging in the area of trust and engagement. Once again, the concentration of desired values helps you see your needs and priorities and start to name them clearly. You can also see potentially limiting values in red that may be holding you back in these areas. We have provided this page with some simple questions for you to explore and reflect on your own results. These are your own results and they're confidential to you. You're also free to share them with friends and colleagues to explore this further. As an option, if you want to dig even deeper, here is a more comprehensive set of questions. So, thank you again for taking the values assessment, and thank you for taking this opportunity to work through these results and really explore what's important to you. And we look forward to seeing you in the dialogues that will be unfolding as we work together as a whole organisation.